Can we please stand up and welcome this gentleman into the stage? Okay? Mr. Paul McMurrain.
Great being here. I've had an awesome time. Love London. I love all of you. You know why? You're awesome people, and you're making my coin value go up. I love you. I'm so glad I made that video. It's probably represented $3 of my coin price, yeah? So, I'm humbled to be here. You know, I'm glad that all of you have gotten value. You know, when you sit on a farm like I do and look for ways to build business. We have a saying in online publishing is that content creates conversations and conversations creates conversions. This is a conversion right here, by the way. And, you know, I study marketing and, you know, I look at a couple things and I'm sitting here monitoring everything that's going on. I'm always observing. And I realized 3 things that are required to become successful in this business. Number 1, you gotta have a last name that's difficult to pronounce. Number 2, I'm gonna dye my hair black and I'm gonna get the tanning bed, I can tell you that. Wow. No, you guys are awesome. You know, to be here and to talk to you about the power of one and give you a little bit of attitude and give you a little bit of insight. I just want to start the presentation by asking, does anybody in here have a working crystal ball? Good. Then you shouldn't be hating. And you shouldn't listen to haters because they don't have one either. And, you know, I look at our business in the last 2 years. I got in April of 2015, and, you know, my wife and I, early on, I bought some Bitcoin, and she about divorced me over it. Because Silk Road was around at the time. And Silk Road was infinitely worse than what we are dealing with online. Silk Road was murder for hire. It was drug dealing. It was crazy. It was this website that this guy Ross Ulbricht created, and that's what Bitcoin was. And it was only a couple years old at the time when I found it. And I looked at what we're dealing with now, and these just infants that are online, you know, making fun of us. You know, in the beginning they make fun of you, and then they get a little bit angry, and then of course they'll accept this as self-evident. Folks, we need warriors in this business right now. I want you to lay down your squirt gun, and I'm going to give you a sword today. Because we have a battle. We have a battle against the banks, a battle against the bloggers. We have a battle against ignorance. And I was walking around in Heathrow Airport the other day, and I'm just amazed. I'm sitting here going, look how much work we had to do. Because I'm looking at all these people, and they're walking around with that depreciating currency in their pocket, and they have no clue what we have. And I'm like, if they knew, you know, you walk around with that face like, oh, you knew what I had, you know, shoot, you'd be excited his name. And so, you know, when I got into Bitcoin, did go to Bitcoin, and then OneCoin came along, and a friend called me, and some guy pitched me, another guy that was in the business, and I didn't really like him, and I didn't really think of anything of it, and a very good friend of mine called. And here's the difference. Somebody with a relationship called me versus somebody who did not have a relationship with me. And he presented it to me the wrong way, and you know, kind of turned me off. I even gave him a second chance, and he came back and pitched me again and did the exact same thing the second time. And I said, you know what, you obviously don't listen. But, because I had already watched 9 hours of the video. My wife's funny. I was sitting there on Saturday morning when I got the call, and I was sitting there watching videos, and by 9 o'clock my hair's getting real big. You don't know how much gel I got on my hair to keep it this low. But when my hair was about 6 inches tall, she goes, "You're getting ready to sign up for something, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I found something." I said, "You know, if this company was at 220,000 people," and I said, "if this company hits 250,000 people, it'll have more active users than Bitcoin. That's amazing. I mean, by the end of the year, if they have that many people, it'll be amazing." 2 weeks later, they were like 272. I was like, "Okay, you know, we got to join this thing." Could you, somebody bring me that book, Joey? Could you bring me that book? So, thank you, Dr. Samar. Thank you. What a blessing to be here. And to, you know, he invited me here, and I know it was a group effort with your team, but he called me and said, "I want you to come to the UK." I said, "I'd be glad to." I had no idea the amount of momentum and the power that you all have. It's so much bigger than we have in the United States. And anywhere and around the world, I look at what's going on. But, you know, when I look at OneCoin and what we're doing, it's an evolution. I kind of argue that it's not a revolution. An evolution means we're going to go beyond where we've been. A revolution means to go back where we once were. I don't think we want to go back to banking, do you? I think we want to evolve beyond it. Because I remember when I did my first Central Trust transaction with my debit card at 18 years old, and I remember paying 25 cents for that transaction. I put in my PIN number, I pressed checking, and it gave me money. My daughter was at the ATM machine the other day to get some cash for my trip, and she pulled out $600, and she said she saw that charge of $3 on the ATM machine, and she came back and she goes, "That's a ripoff." I said, "Yeah, I know they're charging 10 to 12 times more." And I said, she did the same function. She put in her PIN number, she hit checking, and she got money out. Same function, 12 times more. And so the innovation in banking has really lacked. How many of y'all believe banking needs competition? Raise your hand. Absolutely. You know what? We said the same thing about the publishing industry in 2000 or in 1991, 92. We said the same thing about the post office in 91 and 92. I got to tell you, folks, there's a direct parallel to what we're doing today to what we did in 91 and 92. We ran around with UUNet, we ran around with Netscape, and we ran around with MindSpring, and then AOL eventually came out, and AOL's kind of a game changer, kind of like OneCoin is. But I want to mention something to you. As great as AOL was, another company came along, Google, and then Amazon. And when you look at the innovation that's happened in the internet over 25 years, and we are at the very, very beginning. And that's exciting. And it's not just about digital currency. It's about blockchain-based technology. It's about the ability to commoditize everything and put it on a trustless, transparent network where we can trust everybody we do business with. That's what you're a part of. And I'm a big advocate for the industry. Y'all will find that out. I love Bitcoin. I love Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin is brilliant. He is one of the two public faces of cryptocurrency. The other one is who? Dr. Rusha. She is transparent and public, and we love that about her. She's not a crypto CEO like we see some companies have. And I'm excited about that. But I have a presentation for you that I spent the week working with. And one of my mentors is a guy named Gary Keller. He started Keller Williams Realty. And I just think, don't you think the name of this book is kind of neat? Yeah. The One Thing. It's funny, there's even a subheading in the tagline here that says OneLife on it. And I was like, I like this book, you know. But I don't think Gary knew when he wrote this book how important this book was to our industry. Because as we've gone in the Wild West over the last 2 years and we've learned how to communicate this business, you know, it's been challenging because people have challenged the way we've communicated it. And maybe we've said some wrong things and we've presented the business the wrong way. But moving forward, we got to be unified in our message and what we're talking about. We got to have one message. And I'm going to talk about that today. And that's what my presentation is about. It's the power of one thing. And I love this statement in the front of the book. It says, chase 2 rabbits and you will not catch either one. And I would encourage you right now